So it's hard to believe that as good as the Canucks' first week was, their second week was even worse. They've lost 5 straight, only 1 loser point, 4 straight outright losses. And now things get tougher on the schedule. They're heading out on a 6-game road trip that starts Wednesday in Montreal. None of the opponents look easy. A couple of the games look unwinnable. Ben Kuzma, should we all assume the crash position once again?
Well, Ian, is the sky falling? Well, it's cloudy, let's put it that way, and there's constant precipitation, which probably speaks to some of the doom and gloom surrounding this road trip. Quite frankly, this team can't score. I mean, the big question today was, what did Loui Eriksson dress up today as Halloween? Hopefully a magician, because he's got to find his game. You can't have a guy you paid $6 million for on that cap hit times 6 years, have no goals through 9 games. The good thing is, if you're looking for a silver lining in all this doom and gloom, he's been down this road before. Last year, only 2 goals in his first 10 games. The year before that, only 2 goals in his first 14 games. So maybe there's something there, but they're not scoring at even strength, and they're struggling like crazy on the power play. I wonder where the offense is going to come from. When you're averaging 1.78 per game, by far the lowest total in the league, something has to give, and something has to give on this trip.
Eriksson, of course, is not alone. Sven Berchi's another guy who's kind of the lightning rod for fallout over this lack of scoring. He's another guy, 0 goals in 9 games, and if you told anybody at the start of the year that Loui Eriksson and Sven Berchi, 2 guys who are essentially top 6 wingers, would have 0 goals combined, we might have wondered how the Canucks would win 4 games at all. Power play is a huge issue as well, and the special teams and goaltending are going to have to get them through this road trip. I think they're getting injured guys back. It seems Derek Dorsett and Alex Burrows and Chris Tanev will all go on the road. We're not sure when they're going to play. Looks like Nikita Triamkin is finally going to play his first game with Philip Larson coming out. But with all these numbers, where does that leave Troy Stetcher? There's some difficult decisions looming for the Canucks. None, though, are as difficult as this schedule. Where are they going to find points? I mean, it's 6 games. 2 of them are back-to-back. The Montreal game on Wednesday, to me, looks unwinnable just because of how good the Canadiens are playing and how the Canucks are not scoring. Where are they going to find points on this trip, Ben?
Well, yeah, the funny thing is with the Leafs, that goaltending is always an issue in Toronto, yet the Leafs always tend to play the Canucks tough at home. That's a coin toss. I don't think you're going to win in Montreal. The Rangers are playing great. Detroit's won 7 of its last 8. The Islanders are coming off a big win. So you talk about trying to be 500 on the road. Trust me, Ian, if they come back with a 500 record, they might erect a statue outside here. So that's how tough a go it's going to be, because we talked about the scoring. We talked about Sven Berchi. You know, you think Loui Eriksson is eventually going to score, right? But Sven Berchi, now it's a mental thing. I talked to him today about, he's thinking too much. And when you start to think and you don't do things instinctively, suddenly that net looks like it's about that big, and he can't score right now. So lots of problems, but I think the one thing we should mention, the one thing the team really has going for it is goaltending. I mean, it's been lights out. And the one thing this team wanted to have was great structure through the neutral zone, be really good on the back pressure, back check, and get the good goaltending. They got that. They just don't have much else.
So maybe they can win some games 1-0. That might be their best route to success. They surprised everyone the first week of the season by going 4-0. They're going to have to surprise us again to get much out of this road trip.